Second video. I had to delete the other one. Anyways. It came to me. Showed up with kindness, received jealousy. If you show up with kindness and a postured heart in everything that you do and you receive hate and jealousy, just know that's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of the person or whatever sin you got. That's a hard truth I had to face too. Being that we live in a world filled with projections, it just comes with it. It's all a part of trickery. It's mind games. And half the time people just don't even recognize it, that they're doing it, because they're just, unfortunately, they're being ran by different beings and they're just not confident in themselves. They're not secure in themselves. They don't walk in their authenticity and they don't walk in their truth. So when they don't do that, they redirect, they manipulate, and they divert. And it's a deflection, and it's just all sorts of things. These are all notes that I wrote months ago. And it came to me yesterday. My dad, of course, was talking about Trump. It's like, and I said, because they were talking about the ceremony that they did for him, and I think it was in London, I don't know, wherever. And they flew over with red, white, and blue, protection for Americans, and I'm like, that's great, that's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. However, when are we going to start protecting the Americans in America? When is that going to go into play? Just curious. I know Rome wasn't built in a day, but I mean, here we are in September. In November, it'll be a year, and I'm just looking at this last year and the boots on the ground since they've been in house, and I'm like, wow, there's been a lot of unfolding events that are right. And so I just say this, like, again, it's not about right or left, up and down, radicals, this and that. It's just good versus evil right now. It really is. And you have to ask yourself, like, no matter what side of the fence you're on, what exactly have they done for you? Fill in the blanks for you. The people that you're defending, what have they done for you to help better your life? I defended a lot of people that did not do anything to help me, really. In the back, they were planning very, very, very dirty things. So, you just have to ask yourself, whatever you're defending, what did they actually do to help you? I know it's a hard truth. I still struggle with it too. I mean, we live in a world, or we live in a nation controlled by the government, but when you realize the government is working against you, that's a hard truth. Straight up, diversion, distracting attention away from the real issue. In different ways, I feel like that's what we're seeing with Charlie. I believe this is being used as a diversion from the reality, because I think they were feeling the heat. Lots of questions coming out, and so this created a whole new different light. But I don't think it went the way that they were anticipating. I do not. Diversion is designed to keep light from shining on the darkness. Everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. That's all this whole thing is about. John 3:20. I like to throw out these Bible verses because so many people use Bible verses, and I love that they do that, but I don't think that they do it in a way of shedding light on helping people evolve in a spiritual and biblical stance. I find it hard to see Bible verses equated to money or manifesting money or stuff like that. When you know deep within your heart and soul that God and Jesus did not stand on greed or money, so seeing that is difficult for me. It prevents people from seeing the truth, a tactic of an enemy to delay exposure. That's all it is it straight delays of exposure. Deflection, shifting blame and focus off oneself onto someone else. Deflections avoids accountability, which is essential to spirit growth. And see, that's the thing, is 444 as I say that. Everything that I've had pointed, poked, and progged and sent on to me, it's not, I've taken it all on the chin. And I've went inside myself, and done healing, spiritual work, evolution of my mind. Had to go and look in the mirror and think about things within myself, like, wow, okay, I need to change this aspect of myself. I need to do better in this particular area. I need to grow some humility. I need to grow some humbleness. I need to, and so I just unpack everything the way that it's not that, instead of going into the world and projecting hate, and pointing the finger, People know what they do. I don't need you to sit here and say it. Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the ones who confess and renounce them finds mercy. Proverbs 20:28-13. Jesus died on the cross for everybody's sins. Everybody carries sins, and then after you repent, you're still going to sin. We live in a sinful world, and we're humans, and we have sinful nature. That's just a part of it. It really is. But you have to find on what side of the fence are you in this world, inflicting hate and misjudgment and God's role out here in the world. Are you doing that? Or are you the sins that you carry in reference to yourself? A lot of the times for me personally, the sinful nature that I have is just thinking negatively about myself in reference to, like, I could be doing more. I should be better. I should, you know what I mean? And it's like that self-doubt is the biggest thing for me when it comes to my sinful nature. And so getting to the other side of that is what has helped me evolve and grow and not allow the exterior to get inside my mind. It's rooted in pride, not humility. It keeps people stuck in cycles rather than walking in the truth. That's the thing, is they just want to keep you walking in a cycle. Redirection, steering conversations or actions away from the truth towards false narratives. Man, I can't tell you how many times throughout my day I'll start talking about something and I completely get interrupted or overtalked. And it's always when I'm talking truths, shedding light on the conversation that's happening around me. Yeah, as soon as I start doing that every single day, I get cut off, shushed, or talked over loudly. It gets old, I tell you that. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness. Isaiah 5:20. Yeah, woe to you. Its mirrors a serpent in Eden, twisting the real to confuse and mislead. This is my favorite part. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. I love that. It's like, here's the Hail Mary, but I didn't throw it, Causing harm secretly while pretending innocence. Man, that is the beauty of it all. In reference to my testimony, everything that has been done in the dark to cause me harm and then pretend they're innocent and they've done nothing is absolutely insanity. Insanity. This is deception and cowardice. Harming others while hiding in the shadows. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. John 10:10. Straight up. It's an attempt to wound without accountability, which is a spiritual darkness in action. God promises exposure, for nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest. Luke 8:17. It's God's exposure, it's God's vengeance, and that's why you just walk through the pain, the suffering, the hits, the rocks, and you just let God handle it. You just do. You don't retaliate. You don't meet them where they're at. You just rise above them and just know that at the end of the day, they're just freaking broken. And it's really quite sad. The world's already broken enough, and when you've got really, really prominent people extremely broken doing the most when it comes to our children, I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people that their family has been torn apart by our own government. I'm blessed in the nature that I withstood all the psychological warfare that they did to me, because at the end of the day, they were trying to separate me and my son, but it didn't prevail because of the strength I carry inside of me. But they gave a conscientious effort. They held no bar, but that was their ultimate goal, to break apart me and my son. And I was like, no, that's where you went wrong. Their tactics are all rooted in fear, control, and pride, the opposite of God's nature. Exactly, as they walk into church, they work to break people's spirits and cloud truth and block healing. God calls us to respond with truth, clarity, and love, even when uncomfortable, because only light breaks the darkness. Let that light shine, baby. I hope everybody has a great day. I love you. Thank you for all the love and support. We in this together. And this